Classic Truck Rescue, just an update. Actually, a couple updates today. It's going to be a pretty busy video. We're heading out on a Sunday morning to go down to Intermountain Innovations and do an update on Boomer, my project truck that Adam down there has been working on for a while. A lot of people have told me he's made some good progress. Jamie's sticking her tongue out at me. Anyway, that Adam's been working on for me down there, and I just wanted to do a she's a silly woman. Anyway, so this is your final opportunity to get in on the 59 Chevy half-ton fleet side giveaway. We're giving it away on Halloween. Has nothing to do with the holiday or whatever it is. It's just that last day of the month, and that's when we're giving it away. So you got a couple days left to get in on this. How you get entered to win this truck is if you're a subscriber to my channel, you have two people leave a comment on this video saying I subscribed for, followed by your YouTube username. Not Joe Schmo is a good guy, or I know Joe Schmo. It has to say subscribed for, followed by your name, because I've had to spend hours and hours going through all the entries, and to be honest with you, it's real easy. If you're a subscriber, you have two friends or family members subscribe to my channel and say I subscribed for, followed by your username. Every time I see two entries or two people subscribed followed by your name goes into the drawing for a chance to win this truck. Like I said, I've had to go through literally hundreds and hundreds of emails, and if you've subscribed to my channel, I have a way of checking. It's real easy. I just go to my subscriber list and I do them by most recent, so I can see who subscribed. But anyway, it's a good opportunity to just give a little something back. God's been good to us out here. I had one guy go off saying, well, you're not really giving away a free truck because you're trying to grow your channel. Well, it doesn't cost you anything to get two people to subscribe. So yeah, it is a free truck. And yeah, I'm trying to grow my channel at the same time. So anyway, thought it'd be a good thing to do for one of my viewers. We're gonna head over to Adams, check out the progress he's made on Boomer, and then we're going down to Junction City, Oregon to pick up a 1956 GMC panel bus that was actually a bus for the Madras school district in 1955 up till about 1960, I think. We'll show you how primitive school buses used to be back in the day. And this is a truck that I've been paying on. I've been making payments on it for about 6 months, but we bought two trucks. We'll show you the other truck. Actually, we already showed you the other truck. We're just gonna go check out Boomer and go get this panel van, and we'll be back. Classic Truck Rescue.
Peace out. But look it right there. Isn't that a cool Halloween looking truck?
Yeah, it's scary, all those leaves on my trucks. I gotta get the leaf blower out. Anyway, we'll be back. We gotta hit the road.
What was that?
Classic Truck Rescue. Here was at Intermountain Innovations. No sign to zoom in on. With my buddy Adam. And it's been a long time since we've been down here, but a lot of people have been asking for an update on Boomer. It looks good, huh? I haven't seen it yet. But we tried to leave Adam alone because he's a busy man. And God, just every time I see this thing, I can't believe how big it is. It's huge. But yeah, Adam's been doing a lot of work on it. Little birdies. Oh, wow. That looks good. He's got the roof on it, folks. Awesome. Wow, a lot of work in here. All right, Adam, it's probably going to be best, and I've only got about a quarter of a battery, so we're just going to let Adam, I see a lot of stuff I like though, we're going to let Adam explain everything that he's done. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay.
It's all yours.
I don't know where we left off the last time you were here.
It didn't have anywhere near as much as it's got done now.
I think you were here, the cab was kind of mounted.
You had just chopped the back of the cab off, I think.
Oh, okay, so it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess where I started
Good.
after that, after I cut off the back cab, is I went ahead and cut out this A-pillar section out of another cab. And that was going to be my thought and my goal was to cut this out of another cab, and that be the first place I started. So I got this all fit into place. It's all square.
See how it matches the front?
Yep, diamond checked into the front cab, and blend these two together as much as I could for now. And then I set the back cab. I cut the front of the back cab off, somewhere up in here.
Yeah.
And then just started cutting little by little until it fit in where I wanted it. And did a bunch of bracing.
He's got all of the inner roof done where it's got like an extended place where you would put the stock headliner in one of these cabs, and I can see where I can do some neat stuff with that.
Yeah, I tried to leave that as stock as I could.
Yeah,
for you,
I'm going to put an overhead console in that. Yeah.
Perfect. But anyway, the biggest challenge on the roof was these cabs taper from the A-pillars back.
Yes.
If you look at the roof, it tapers like so.
You can see that best on the door because the door's real wide up here and then it gets narrower back there. So imagine the whole cab being shaped like that.
That was the biggest challenge on the rear cab, and so I had this goofy bracing up here. There's three pieces of 1x2 across, and then pieces that came front to back to connect all those, squared all those up to each other, and then what I did was I cut the majority of the outer roof off of the rear cab, and then sliced. You can kind of see where I sliced them here.
Yes.
I sliced into most of the rear of the roof up here on top. That's kind of hard to see, but
Oh wow, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
yep, I cut all
Up
that
there
out
on
of the
that
way.
drip rail, right?
Yep, and then I pulled the drip rail out, squared the two drip rails up, square to each other, into the rear of the front cab, and then did the same thing with the roof. Pulled the outer edges, curves of the roof, and then put everything back together.
So my question is, what are you going to do on the door here? Are you going to have to modify the
Yes.
door?
So my thoughts here are to straighten this all up. So what I want to do is make bracing to connect the upper and lower hinge pockets.
Yeah.
And I'll probably do so from the inside, so it leaves the outside open so I can cut and work on everything out here. I'm gonna brace all four of these together, take this bracing out so I can actually get into here. My plan is to cut and shape these to where this comes straight up here through the door, through the hinge pockets on the door.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna taper back up, taper the same angle as the rear of the front door there.
Well, I'm glad you're doing this, Adam. I mean, I'll be glad to finish it up when you get the fabrication done, but I would have been lost on this. I really would have been lost.
Did you, you did some modification with steps too, didn't you?
That one's just loose for now.
Oh.
So I loosened them to get them out of the way back here when I cut the back of the rocker back here on the forward part.
But what's cool about this is it still has all of the original floor pan out of the newer truck. So the seats will bolt in. All the stuff's going to bolt in like it's supposed to be. And we still got the original pedals, steering column, and control, foot controls and stuff.
And the bracing that I cut out yesterday gets us close to being able to check this driver's seat if you want.
Yeah?
The only thing that I'm concerned with not checking it yet is that the headrest and the outer bolster may not clear.
Oh,
the
because
inside of
this comes
pillar.
inside.
Yeah, because they tip on up so steep.
But you could scoot them closer if you eliminate that console.
I think we might be all right
Yeah,
there.
you might even be able to reshape those seats.
Yeah, we might be okay too, though.
I know you wanted to stick with that leather and that configuration, so you might be able to just slide the two seats like you said, just by themselves.
Yeah, we'll see. Man, it's good to see that roof all in one piece like that inside. And I imagine you've got a lot of time into that.
I do, and there's some more work to do. You can see it's tight up in that corner there, so I need to bring the inner structure down a little bit. I'll probably have to slice that and pull that down and get some clearance there.
It's looking good, buddy.
Thank you.
Looking real good. Yeah, I don't rush Adam on this project. When you look at something like this roof right here, and a lot of people don't realize how much time is put into it because they just see some pieces welded in there and everything. But as Adam was explaining a couple minutes ago, He has to reshape the whole body lines on the outside of this. So when he does something on the inside, he's got to keep his mind looking forward to what's coming next.
You couldn't do this with like aftermarket metal, right?
No.
This has to be all old metal.
I mean, you could do it, but aftermarket.
He likes the real deal steel.
Yeah.
We try to supply him with as much authentic GM steel as we can, so he can
My God.
work with the good stuff.
I'm jealous.
I forgot how long it's been since you guys have been.
It's been a while. Yeah, I like that roof though, buddy. I can see it.
Finally ties the truck together.
You're gonna need a CDL to drive.
No. No. I'm just going to be grinning.
I'm jealous. My truck looks like a Toyota now.
So you said you were at a point where you have a parts list for me. You need a bunch more material and parts and stuff.
We talked about that parts list before, but now we're finally there. So we'll sit down here a little bit and go back over.
And I recently purchased 2 trucks, and I'll splice in a shot of one of those trucks. One of them is a 55 GMC that has the correct fenders and grill and all of that stuff for this truck. I've actually been making payments on those 2 trucks for 6 months now, and have the final payment on the second truck. We have the first one. Jamie and I are going to go get the second one today, and we'll show you that. It's a 56 GMC panel van, 1 ton, extra long, that used to be a school bus. Pretty cool.
Will this truck be heavier than it was originally?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. It's possible.
The real metal?
I think it'll be the same or a little bit lighter, because I'm the one that cut all that other metal off, and trust me, those doors and everything, they were heavier than heck. Even the roof was very heavy.
And in the newer trucks, you know, they have crush shelves and all that stuff included.
All right, so that's your boomer update. The cab is definitely looking good. It's exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I've been envisioning. And I did get my graphic design software on my computer now. So I've got enough now where I'm going to take some still photos, and we'll see if we can get a couple renderings done for Adam to give him some ideas on the bed. But we did decide we're going to go with a step side bed, right? Yep. And the reason for that is that the single headlight trucks, the 55 through 7s, and this is a 55, didn't have fleet side beds. And this isn't going to be anywhere near an original truck, but we want the original truck body lines on it. So we are going with a step side. I've got Adam a couple more fenders as part of this deal that I'm finishing today that have this lip, because this lip is only on the heavier trucks. It's a wider wheel opening, and he's going to be able to cut a couple of these fenders and put this wheel opening on the rear fenders so that they match the front, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get him some renderings done.
Will the bed be a longer step side, or will it be?
It'll be whatever it needs to be when he gets done with that cab. The bed will be built according to where. See, we can move the fenders anywhere on the bed sides and position where they need to go to be on top of the wheels. That's actually going to be a lot easier to do than what he's doing on the cab. He's like, yeah.
That'll be about the last thing we probably do besides the dash.
Yeah.
So when you're putting on the doors, is it going to be the suicide style, or is it going to open up like the way a regular cab would?
We thought we played around with that and decided that.
Yeah, we decided we wanted him to open regular style because Adam's trying to make them like real doors.
Yeah, yep. So we decided to stick with just a standard style of crew cab door.
But what do you got to do to make that happen?
I should have left the tape on here. I had this taped out at one
You
point.
can see
You can
it.
kind
Yeah.
of see a tape mark here.
Yeah.
This door's going to end up coming down. For the rear door, is going to end up coming right through this pillar area, continue down, kind of roll a little bit, and come straight down. So this is how much of this door we're going to take out. The very tough, interesting part of it, if you look at the back side, is that's where the door hinges are.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
So I have several things to take into consideration that we'll have to talk about later with your windows, because this is where are they at? These.
We'll go one piece on those.
These, I believe it's these, let's see, I got it backwards here. Might be these four. These four.
Adam,
Anyway,
just to save you a bunch of trouble, we're going to go with one piece on the back.
one piece windows.
And yeah, and you're not going to need to worry about any of this right here because I'll make them electric.
Okay.
All right.
That was going to be the question for you.
Yeah, whatever you got to do to get them fabbed to your shape, do that, and I'll worry about the windows and the controls. Okay.
So, like I was talking to Rick a little bit ago off camera, like to do a couple of videos of these doors while we're in the process of
Yeah,
these doors.
because
So
you're going to have a lot of
people
work into those.
Yeah, people can get an understanding for what we have to do with these to make them work.
Yeah. All righty. Make up your part list, sir.
All righty.
And I will gladly round up what you need.
Oh, you're gonna pull out
do.
the seat.
Oh, yeah. We're going to toss a seat in there. My battery's running a little low. I thought it was charged, but we've never had the seat in there since he had the cab on, and we're concerned as to whether or not the original seat for the floor is going to clear this. We'll be right back.
I am relieved to see that these seats are going to fit better.
So am I, buddy,
They
believe me.
were-
Yeah, we were worried about them not fitting, but we've actually got a piece of tubing in the way right there, and they will just fit.
Worst case, we have to go up a little bit. We can
Yeah.
add extensions or whatever we need to do on the floor or the frame itself and get
That
it a little higher.
That's huge, though. We're going to be able to use the original seats with all the adjustments and controls.
Seat was that worst case, we'll have to do some kind of extensions on the frame, on the seat frame, or on the floor of the truck itself to get us up a little higher if we need to. Right now, I can't see over the hood very well, so
It's
we'll have to go
massive.
up a little bit. But the seats, the electronics in the seats may go up quite a bit higher yet too. I don't know where the seat was left when it was taken out of the truck before everything was gutted out of it. As far as where we're heading next, mainly will be the rear door, cutting apart the doors, really getting them to try and fit in here. There's several things to do on the rear doors, not just cutting them shorter, but like I did in the rear of the roof, it's squaring it up to each other side to side. We'll have to actually do that with the window opening on the door itself. So the door will actually, in the window area, will actually have to come out. I want to say it was 1 inch and 3/8, something like that on each side. So it'll actually have to come out 1 inch, 1 inch plus, to square up to everything and come back into place, alongside with shortening up the hinge pocket area into the door farther. There's a lot of work that we're going to have to do in the rear doors, along with rebuilding the steps and the rockers, tying everything back in, tying these tubing with the steps and everything back into the floor inside here, where everything can get seam sealed and painted later. What else? I think that's the main focus next is the doors. These pockets I have to fix next so I can mount the front door. And that'll allow me to start figuring out the step and putting this stuff back together here, and then move on to the rear door. What we'll do, talked to Scott earlier today actually, what we'll do is when I get the side finished on the truck, we're going to turn the truck around in here, and that way I can work on it on this side again for the passenger side. That'll make it a lot easier to work on, a lot easier to film, and be able to see it from a little farther away than crammed up against the wall with the truck. So.
Just as far as you've come so far, how many hours do you think you have into this?
That's a good question. Probably between 500 and 1,000 hours now.
Wow.
I would say.
So no easy task.
No
that's
easy
for
task.
sure.
There's a lot of small, not only a lot of small parts that you have to try and blend together, but it's a lot of a thinking game too. And it's all a domino effect, if you will. If you do something, it's going to affect these other places. So you kind of have to look ahead and think ahead on what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how you're doing it, as to what it's going to affect your next steps of what you're doing next. So, for instance, yesterday my brother helped me do some hammer and dolly work to finish the roof, and then I rebraced in here. So I took the braces, I had some diagonal braces in here in the front, and then some X bracing vertically in here on the second pillar here. And I cut all that out yesterday after I put this horizontal X brace in here.
What does that just keep everything plumb or whatever?
Yeah, it keeps these pillars square to the rear still. With respect still to the front, nothing moved, nothing made any funny noises when I cut anything apart, so nothing was under stress, which was which was good. But anyway, this horizontal X allowed me to open everything up here in the front open so that I can work on the door, work on the step area, nothing be in my way if I needed to be inside for any reason. And I'll have to do the same thing in the rear at some point, and then eventually we'll have all the bracing out, which will be really nice. But that's kind of the domino effect I was referring to, is cutting out bracing, changing stuff to be able to get to the next step and move on to the next stage of building.
Cool. Okay, so let's see you hop out of that thing. Can't let the steps down.
Usually I do it on the ladder.
Ah.
That wasn't too bad.
All right, so, Ricky, I don't know how this thing works. How you should. Look at him smile. He's so cute. And you guys are gonna put another piece of a bumper down there, right?
Make that bumper extra wide, right? Isn't that what we?
Whatever you end up thinking you want to do, we'll do. I think it could go either way.
Okay, so we're gonna get home, grab Gopher and the mole, and go get some more parts for this thing and a panel van. Adam, it looks really good.
Thank you.
You're a pro, man.
I'm gonna have to
Highly
change,
recommend this
I
guy.
have to change Gopher's name to Chipmunk. His name.
Yeah. Classic truck rescue boomer update. What do we say, Adam?
Peace out.
Peace out. You gotta do the peace out.
Peace out.
Look at his face.
How's the ramp sit?
Oh, what do I do about gopher moving?
front of it. Matter of fact, just take the slack out of the chain right now and I'll push it. Okay. No, I want you to just tap that until you got the slack out of the chain, and then I'll turn the wheels to move forward. We don't want it to run away from the gap and on and off the front. So just take the slack out. That's good. Can you shut it down and keep it walking in gear? Yeah, just till I get it strapped down. Good. But that should haul pretty good right there. We got most of the weight forward.
This tractor sits pretty good without crawling a hit. You know, some of them are, they're hydraulic.
Yeah.
Transmission, they'll crawl, but
Yeah, that could have been
you get a strap on it, you're good to go.
Does it have a motor in it?
Yeah, I have a 270 straight six, the old original. Well, it's probably not the original. There's a sticker on the dash. The school district swapped engines once.
Yeah, it's got a sticker on the dash that says GMC replacement motor.
That's
but
cool.
It's a pretty cool old panel bus, and it used to be a bus.
Yep.
And
Probably has a lighter and an ashtray in it back when you could smoke when you were.
yeah, and Ron's been totally cool with us, worked with us on it. We ended up buying 2 trucks from him.
Yeah.
And this will conclude our business here today. But
well, you get your stops going, and I'll go get the titles. They're in the Jeep. So
all right, I got some money for you.
Okay, be right back.
Yeah, feel free to look around it, honey, and I'll get her strapped down, okay? It's pretty cool, though. It's got nice barn doors on it and everything. We can't let Ann out because there's 2 big dogs here. Yeah, it's pretty solid, actually. And it's got the original wood on the floor. Got some spare fenders and stuff in the back. Gonna climb up there and have a look, honey. That's the original school bus driver's seat. The kids got in on the passenger side. Actually in real nice shape for a
Deluxe heater.
60-year-old panel truck. Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
And we're gonna make a 4-wheel drive out of this.
Yep.
We've got another truck that we've been paying on for a year that we're gonna go pick up. It's a 1955 1-ton GMC NAPCO 4-wheel drive. But we're gonna put the NAPCO 4-wheel drive stuff on this and probably make a rescue emergency vehicle out of it.
What's that on top?
The vent. Little kids got to breathe. You pack about 20 of them in the back of this thing.
You won't need a heater, that's for sure.
Yeah. This is one I think we can get running and driving. The other quarter panel, very, very rare to find them with solid quarter panels on them. The other one's crunched up a bit, but I happen to have a set of 1-ton extra long panel truck quarter panels in the back of the carryall. All right, let me get it chained down so we can get out of here.
Does the tractor come with it?
I wish. I wish. Classic truck rescue. Another one loaded up. All right, we'll get him paid, get our titles, and get home. Thank you, honey.
took it, well, the son-in-law took it to,
You see, as far as you know, you got it from the guy that got it from the school district?
yeah, so it went from the school district to the guy I bought it from, but the son-in-law hauled it from Medford, Oregon, all the way to Seattle. I went to Seattle and got it and hauled it back down here.
It's funny how we just went to Northern California and bought a fire truck that started out in Portland, and we're bringing it back up
There
here.
you go. So yeah, this one went north for a while and just turned around and came right back. And when I first got it, I had it sitting outside for probably a couple of years, and then I put it in the shop building. So it was inside for
That's
about
good.
7 or 8 years, totally bone dry.
Awesome.
And then when I bought that Bel Air, well, it would have been June of 16, I put it back outside, so it's been sitting outside for a little over a year.
Well, we'll get it covered up and try to keep it solid. Looks like a pretty solid old truck.
Yeah, I crawled around under it. I mean, it doesn't have major body cancer. I wouldn't have bought it. I grew up on the Oregon coast, and I did a couple of trucks that had major rot, you know, where the corners of the cab are falling out. And I'm not doing that anymore. It's too hard to fix. It costs too much. Well, let's do the paperwork.
Yeah, let's do that. It's a big one, folks.
Do you have a bumper for it?
Yes, I do.
We have one of those hanging on the wall in the kitchen in Malina.
Yeah, we had one hanging on the wall, but it wasn't for a 3/4 ton or 1 ton, honey.
Oh.
Ultra rare to find even one of these hubcaps, and this one's got all 4 of them on it. I'm real happy with the condition of this truck. It's the first time I've seen it, and I've been paying on it for 6 months. What do you think, honey? Our first school bus. Can you imagine the guy that drove this? If the kids got out of line? Sit down and shut up.
So a normal carry-all wouldn't have had what window? The middle one?
This, I'm actually a little confused about that, because this is actually a 1956 GMC 1-ton panel van, which wasn't supposed to have windows. So I think they added this window and this window. But I think this window came factory because of the lip that goes around it. See that? See the difference? And these don't have the indented lip over here.
And then did they add this?
No, it came that way.
Oh.
It's a 1-ton.
I'll have to see it up next to your other ones.
But what's funny is it's got a driver's side bucket seat, and the guy told me it had benches that ran down the side and the back, wooden benches. So can you imagine the crotchety old school bus driver? Get in, shut up, and like, yeah, he was probably puffing on a smoke or something. And if the kids got out of line, he was like, what'd he say?
What? Don't make me pull this bus over.
Yeah, because I ain't going to get on myself.
Or he power braked it and slammed them all up front.
Yeah, Johnny, shut up, because I ain't calling your parents if I pull over. Pretty good shape. I'm happy with it. And we've got another truck coming, which hopefully we'll show you in the next month or two. That's a NAPCO 4-wheel drive 1-ton.
We need to find a 1956 snowplow.
Okay, let's get the bus home first, honey. Classic truck rescue. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. We're gonna sand through some of this black paint and see if we can find any of the old school bus markings on it. Very solid in the quarters. Barn doors are nice. Wonder if the kids got in the back or if they had to open their own passenger side door and get in there.
So we just got back to Malala And here's our new school bus. It's a 1956 GMC school bus. Doesn't look like a school bus right now, but you can tell it was because it's yellow underneath all the black. Kind of funny. Can't imagine if I showed up at my bus stops today, 2017, rolling up with one of these. Be pretty cool though. So there he is. It's kind of cool. His grill's all lit up. Look at him. Isn't that a cute little face? Okay, peace out.
So this is the other 56 GMC that we got with the panel truck. As you can see, it's fall. Annabella, you've already checked this one out. I know you want to check it out, but let's go check out the panel truck because you were whining all day yesterday because you couldn't see the panel truck. Let's go look at the school bus. Come on, Annie. Come on. Come on. Annabella, come on. Come on. Watch her, she'll go straight for this panel van. She'll see a truck that she hasn't seen before, and she will go straight to it. Truck Inspector General doing her job. What is that? She hasn't seen this one. She's got to check under the hood. Truck Inspector General doing her job. Do you want in there? Anna, you want in here? Come on. Do your job, little thing. Go through every nook and cranny. How's it looking there, honey? Huh? Anna says there was a rodent in the heater at one time. Boy, this thing's got real solid floors. I like that. Got all the bows too. Huh. This is kind of a unique panel van right here. Interesting. really solid. All right, come on, sweetie. Come on. Come on. Good girl. One thing I did have to do yesterday before we went and got the panel is I had to do some modifying to my trailer because that panel is really long, and my trailer used to have a post right here that was a jack for tilting the deck, but that tilting the deck stuff's kind of useless on this trailer, and it had a box right here. I took that off so I can get all the way to the front of the trailer with my tires, and we didn't have any wagon going on last night with it. Worked a lot better. Plus this also gives me a spot right here where I can mount my winch. I've got a big 8,000 pound winch that I want to put on there, and that's going to make my life easier. But pretty happy with the panel van school bus thing. Classic Truck Rescue. Peace out.